So this is video 4 in the 215. This is a practical evolution, so I'm going to show you a couple different things we're going to do in this practical evolution. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how to set up for drafting with 215 from a pool. Okay, so the things that you're going to need, obviously you're going to need your pool, and try to set that up before there's any water, and it can be done after, but if you fill the pool first, then you're going to be standing in the water. So it can be done. It's just more efficient if you can get this set up before there's any water in it. So the things you're going to need, this piece of hard suction hose comes out of the back, as well as the snorkel comes off the driver's side at the back. So that's where those are. You're also going to need a rubber mallet. Okay, this is found at the back with the portable pump. The reason for that is, again, you have to have all your connections tight. If there's any drawing of air, it's most likely not going to work. So these are gentle mallet tights, okay? So at this connection, as well as your connection down at the snorkel. Okay? So that is this evolution. So what I'm going to do when I get to that, I do have the jet siphon set up, but I'm going to explain that in just a minute. So to show you the first part of this evolution, getting your prime. So we've set this up, okay? Then I'm going to go to the other side, get the truck running, and I'm going to talk through how we're going to do that at the pump. And then the deputy chief is going to go down a hose, and we're going to actually pull water from the pool through the pump, and then it needs somewhere to go, so that's going to be down that hose. So that is part 1 of this evolution. Part 2 is we're actually going to get water going through the jet siphon as well. Okay, so it's kind of hard to imagine the way we have it set up. What the jet siphon does is it enables us to go from one pool to the next. So if we were actually going to use the jet siphon, we would have another pool here, and the jet siphon would actually be pointing this direction. Okay, so just for training purposes, we have it set up this way. The practical reason why we would do that, if you set up 2 pools, your water truck can actually fill 2 pools before it leaves. Okay? The reason why we want to move water from this pool into this one is so that you don't have to reposition your truck. So if you can imagine with the jet siphon again, this end would actually be in this pool, and we'd be pushing water into here. So again, it's a way that we can drop 2 pools down and then have access to 2 pools of water without repositioning our truck. Okay, so that's the practical reason why we would be doing the 2 pools with the jet siphon. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll meet you on the other side of the truck. Okay, so the same rules apply as the other trucks. If you're going to go into pumping mode, I need a water source, I need that to get into my pump, and then I need to push it somewhere. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to draw water out of my pool through the pump, down a line, and then the next part of that is pushing it through the jet siphon. So the same principles apply. I got to make sure all my drains, everything is closed, and I've done that off camera, so I've made sure they're all closed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my truck going, same as normal. I'm going to use my pump shift, I'm going to put it into drive, and then what you're going to see me do is you're going to see me come over to here, and I'm going to go from KPA mode, which it is in default, and I'm going to put it in RPM mode. Okay, so that enables me to use the power of the engine in order to get that water from the pool into my pump. I'm going to increase it till I'm at 1000 RPM, sorry, 1000 RPM. Okay, once I have that going, I'm going to hit my electric prime, and you're going to hear the sound change. It's going to go from a very high-pitched sound down to a lower sound. And as that's changing, that's actually the water getting into my pump. Okay? And then once I have water going down through my pump, once I'm feeling good about that, what I'm going to do is open my discharge and get water going down the line. Okay? And then I'll show you that, water moving from the back of the truck, and then we'll get the jet siphon going as well. Okay? So we'll start that part of the practical evolution. I'll open that up right away. Okay, so I'll get my pump going. Switch to RPM mode. Okay, so that's coming straight out of the pool right now. So we have a primed pump pushing down a line. There is a little cheat you can do. If your tank is full, you can open up your tank to pump in order to help displace that water. I didn't do that time, but that is something you can do if you're having trouble getting your prime. Help displace that water.
Jet siphon?
Yep. I'll get the jet siphon going. So now that we're on this side of the truck, the way that jet siphon works is I'm pushing water from the truck down into the bottom of that jet siphon. It creates a venturi, so the water that gets pushed through the pipe will actually draw water from the pool itself. So that's how that'll work.